Hey guys, it's Marissa. Got your live video for today. We're going to talk about the Stampin' Up bundle discount. We're going to talk a little bit about Stampin' Up's retirement. This is a retirement party for a product that's not retiring. What? I know, crazy, right? But we're going to use the bike ride bundle today. And although the bike ride stamp set, let me show you, bike ride stamp set and the Build-A-Bike framelits are not retiring, the bundle discount is going away. So that's what we're talking about today in our retirement party series. Bike ride is sticking around, Build-A-Bike framelits are sticking around. You'll still be able to get both of these products, but if you know you love them, you might as well buy them before June 1st because you can save 10% when you buy them together, and that bundle discount is going away. That's what we call unbundling here at Kitchen Table Stamper, and bike ride is unbundling. There are tons of bundles that are carrying over, but the bundle discount is going away. You can find that list on kitchentablestamper.com, and you can just click on bundle. There's a link that says check out the bundle discounts that are going away here. But this is the bike ride. Stamp set is $21. The framelits are, let's see here, $213. They are $27. When you buy them together before June 1st, you save 10% and the bundle's $43. So there's lots of bundles like that here. I'm going to show you another one. We had coffee and a card on Wednesday, and I featured the Daisy Delight bundle. So this is the card we made. This is another bundle that's going away. Daisy Punch and the Daisy Delight stamp set. You can buy together right now and save 10% on the two products. You can buy them after June 1st, but you're going to pay 10% more if you buy those products. So that's what we're talking about today. And we are honoring in retirement party this week the bike ride bundle. So there it is. All right, so the products that I used to make this card is, thank you, Gina. Gina says cards are super cute, or cards are cute. Thank you. Bike ride stamp set, Build-A-Bike framelits. I also have a couple other little contributing sets here. The Coffee Cafe is unbundling too, and it'll stick around. The Coffee Cups framelits dies is where I got this itty bitty little adorable tag. I love this thing. So that's from the Coffee Cups framelits. The greeting is from the brand new Sea of Textures. You can get this one on June 1st. Have a wonderful adventure is our greeting. I'm using my ticket border punch. This is retiring while supplies last. I love this little edge here. It's a perfect little accent. I wanted to bring a little bit more of that brand new Granny Apple Green in, so I just punched a little bit. It's a great place to anchor a tag and bring some more of that Granny Apple Green in, so we're going to use that. The brick effect on the background is done with the Stencil. And that's from, let me see, where did I put the bag? I have the product right here. That's from the Pattern Party decorative masks. You also get in this set this fun diamond kind of background, and then this beautiful, let me move this away so you can see this beautiful, what do they call those things? I don't know. It's like a medallion design. And you get clouds in this Pattern Party decorative masks. So we're going to use the brick in this case. That's that. Let's do Stampin' Pads for this project. Move these guys over a bit. Hey, Dolores. Thanks for spending some of your lunch break with me. Stampin' Pads for this project. We need quite a few, and there's lots of stamping in this one, so I'll get started quick and we'll chat while I stamp it. We're using Coastal Cabana, which is a returning color. You'll be able to get this color again starting June 1st in the new Stampin' Up catalog. If you're a Kitchen Table Stamper customer, which means you've made a $50 purchase with me in the last 6 months, your catalog is going to go out. Probably going to work on it maybe Memorial Day because my husband is working And so I'll probably get all the catalogs in the mail if you're not local. And if you are local and you want a new catalog, join me on June 5th at 6:30. We're gonna have a couple of cute make and takes, and new catalogs are gonna be out, and I'll have a display of new products and things. So kitchen table stamper customers will be getting their catalogs very soon, and Coastal Cabana is coming back. Flirty Flamingo is sticking around. It's a retiring in color from the 2016-18 collection, but it's coming in and being incorporated in the brights. And then another brand new color, Granny Apple Green. That's a new bright ink. And you can see I got the new ink pad design here, which is lovely and intuitive. You just pull open, slide the ink pad into the base for support, and then do the reverse process to close. Pull till it's fully extended and close. So new ink pad case is right there. And then we need some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I've got some basic gray, and I do not have that one in the new format. And soft suede, I do have that one in the new format, but I don't have it here. We're gonna use the old one. But that's our ink pads. Then let's see what else we talked about. Products, we talked about ink pads. Let's talk about our consumables here. I have a card kit all set up. I'll do a project sheet for this. We've got the Coastal Cabana cardstock card base, and it's a standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we have a Whisper White piece, and this one is 1/2 inch smaller than a card. And then I've got a big scrap for cutting, and you want to make sure that you got the right piece here. So this one is 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and that's our background panel. You're going to need a piece that's about the same size, almost 1/4 of a sheet for stamping your bike, your wheels, your dog. I already die cut my little tag, so I got that piece from a scrap of Whisper White. I've got a little piece of basic black, just a scrap, and a scrap of Granny Apple Green. So those are our consumables. Hey, Leah, I'm glad to see you. How are you? That's what we're making today. I hope you're well. Headed into this holiday weekend. All right, so we've talked about the consumables. Let's see, embellishments for this one, very simple. I've just got some black baker's twine. You're gonna need a sponge dauber. I think we're ready to start stamping. I'm gonna get stamping. We can chat because I got a lot of stamping and die cutting to go here. So I'll move these guys over. And I've got a photopolymer stamp set here, so I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. And that large scrap of Whisper White. Let's get some ink pads open up here. You love my creativity, thank you. I'm working it lately. It came back a little bit Tuesday. I have really been struggling lately with creativity. I don't know what my problem was. I was in a creative funk, but then Tuesday, things just started to flow. I don't know. Hey, Veronica. I'm glad to see you. Let's see here. I think we're gonna set up everybody. We're just gonna stamp straight through. And all right, so there's our ink pads. Let's get the basic gray here. And just to make things ultra confusing, this is the scrap that we're gonna stamp on. I'm gonna put that aside for just a minute, and we're gonna take our background piece for our card, that 3 3/4 by 5 piece, and we're gonna apply the brick wall pattern to it so that we can set it aside and let it dry a bit. So I'm just gonna put my little brick wall. I wanna make sure that the mask runs parallel to the top and bottom edge, that my bricks don't run uphill or downhill. And I'm gonna hold in the bottom left corner here, because as you see, we're just gonna add the shadow of bricks, and we're not gonna ink in this corner. So if we hold on in this bottom left corner here, we can keep our mat from shifting and not get in our own way. Know what I mean? We won't disturb our inking. All right, so here's my little bricks. They're positioned nicely where I want them. I'm going to take my sponge dauber and ink up with basic gray, and I'm going to very lightly, in a circular motion with very little pressure. We're going for a very soft effect here. We don't want to have too stark a contrast. We're working on whisper white, so even the littlest bit of basic gray is going to give us some effect. And you'll notice that I'm not working in a square. I'm kind of working in a puddle shape, an abstract shape. I don't want to have hard edges that repeat the rectangular shape of the brick. I want more of an organic shadow or puddle kind of space. Now before I lift my mat, I'm going to look for areas that are a little harsh, and I'm going to soften them with the dauber. And when you drag the dauber over the mask, because it's non-porous, the ink that gets distributed or gets applied to the mat, to the decorative mask, is not going to dry. It's going to kind of sit there on the plastic. So we can just keep on rubbing the dauber over this area, and we'll move the ink that's been distributed onto the plastic back to the dauber and then onto the paper. So you're going to get a little bit more ink without actually going back to the ink pad, just by moving the ink that's off on the non-porous surface of the mask off and onto the cardstock. So there, we've done it. Super, super subtle, but wait till you see when I remove the mask. Hey, Julie, you shared the video? Thank you. All right, here we go. Are you ready? It hardly looked like anything, but look at that. Isn't that just such a fantastic effect? I just love it. All right, so there's our little brick wall. Oh, I got a fingerprint on my card. I hate that. Opportunity for embellishment. Maybe we're going to have to put something on the card there. Maybe we should put a button over it. What do you think? I'm going to try something really quick. I don't know if you've got one of these little art erasers, but sometimes a little white art eraser will at least soften any smudges that you have. I'm going to try something else here. See, I love live video. You get to see how it really is. Unfortunately, this is how it really is. I'm going to line this back up for a second and turn that little fingerprint into a brick. Bear with me. My abstract shape is going to get a little wider here, that's all. Hiding fingerprints. How many of you guys have to hide fingerprints? Am I the only one? I hope I'm not the only one. Haha. Would you even know I had put an inky fingerprint on there? All right, now moving right along. Oh, I need to put this aside to dry, and we're gonna stamp some bike parts now. And we are done with basic gray, so that can go aside. I've got, first things first, the bitty little heart here, and we're going to stamp that one right on the center of our tag. Cute. And that's done. Let's put bike next, because this is one of the bigger pieces. We want to put on this scrap of whisper white. I'm going to try to do all my bike parts on one piece. So there is our Granny Apple Green bike. Love it. We're going to grab the little pedal stamp. There's 2-step stamps for this. So we've filled in the pedal with basic black, and I'm going to do the seat with the Coastal Cabana. And what else do I want to do here? The wheels. I'm using Memento, and I'm going to stamp them here. I think there's something underneath my mat. Or is it on my stamp? Ooh, it's on my stamp. All right. 2 wheels. And the rims of the bike wheels, I want them Coastal Cabana. Oh, maybe I should have done Flirty Flamingo this time. That would have been cool. Linda says, so cool, I need that. Are you, the Pattern Party decorative masks, aren't they fantastic? It's so simple to get such an awesome effect. I really love the Pattern Party decorative masks too, Linda. I can't find my little dog image. Here it is. So the dog is a 3-step stamp. We're going to stamp our little dog in Memento and get his outlines. Then we're going to stamp his head and body with soft suede. And then he needs a little bandana. Should we have a Flirty Flamingo bandana or a Coastal Cabana? He's off a little. I got some room. I'm going to stamp him one more time. You guys tell me what color bandana he should have. I'm going to line him up better. All right. Here goes. Much better. Love it. Let's see here. I have a little micro tip black marker here, and I'm just going to smooth that spot. I don't know what got up with my stamp. It was like a little scrap of paper that was on there. All right. I think we're almost good to die cut. Stamparatus is the only way that you can 2-step stamp. I know. I'm becoming more and more dependent on mine the more that I use it. I'm pretty impressed with it as a product. Nobody told me what color I should do my little doggy. I'm going Flirty Flamingo. That's pretty cute, right? I'm not always off, and I am definitely conditioned. I've learned to stamp without it. So using the Stamparatus has been kind of different, you know, it's like teaching an old dog new tricks. But the more I use my Stamparatus, the more I love it. I have a really fun thank you card that's going out to my customers who purchased from me this month. So it'll go out early next month, that I did entirely with the Stamparatus. And doing, 30 cards, and then I did some for a swap. So I probably did 50 to 60 of the same card with my Stamparatus, has really given me some confidence and helped me to even appreciate the tool more. So I have to say I'm falling in love with my Stamparatus. All right, I think we got all of our parts here. Let me grab my Big Shot and some dies, and we'll run it through. We should be able to run this through in 2 passes. Let's see. I have a magnet with my dies somewhere. Here we go. This little dude here. I got my machine set up for die cutting, thin die adapter on top of the platform, a cutting pad, and then we're going to put the paper with our stamped images on there. And then I'm also going to throw a little scrap of basic black. I've got this little brace piece that our doggy friend is going to sit on, so we're going to send that one through. And then here's my little wheel. We'll cut this top one first, because then we can cut the bike at the same time, and the dies won't touch. And we should be able to cut our doggy in the next pass with the other wheel. So 2 passes should get us this whole card. Not too bad. All right. I think I got it. Where's my top? Here we go. Crank it through. Ooh, that shifted on me. Get in there, you. Rolling. Okay, so here's our tiny little bracket piece. I love Stampin' Up! Dies. It just fell right out. It's hard to see over the black. See, that's what our little puppy's gonna sit on. We've got one wheel, our bike, and we gotta do one more run through here. Let's get our little doggy. All right, so shift this one down. We did this card at Paper and Ink Cards. So if you live in the Chicago area, I run Paper and Ink Cards in my Rolling Meadows home studio on the last Thursday of the month. And I run it in Carpentersville, Illinois on the first Wednesday of the month. So if you're interested in some fun card making with like-minded crafters, you're always welcome. All adult crafters in the Chicagoland area are welcome. This is one of the cards that we did. It was a huge hit. Everybody loved it. All right. Then, and it really shows the Stampin' Up bundles, how the Stampin' Up makes products that coordinate so effortlessly. We didn't have to fussy cut any of these little bits. The dies just pop them all right out, and I love that. So don't miss those bundle discounts when you can get them. I've got a magnet sheet here. Let's get the dies on there so I don't throw them away. I tack down my dies often with low tack tape. So I try to make a habit of, before I move on to the next step in crafting, peeling those dies off of the scraps and putting them on a magnet sheet, because I've thrown dies away before. So just a little tip. I paused to do it. It really is worth it. All right, so here's what we're making if you're joining us a little bit later. Hey, is that Judy I see? Hi, Judy. Tara, hi. I don't know if you guys are still in, but I think I see ya. All right, card base. All set. Let's make sure it opens the right way. And that scrap of Granny Apple Green that we had earlier. I'm going to take the ticket punch border and just pop this little scrap dude in there. And we're actually going to use the negative piece. So this little scrap that popped out, that's what we're interested in. Let's just pop that out. And I'm going to grab that little tag that we made earlier and some basic black baker's twine. I'm going to thread the twine through the tag and tie it right onto that little decorative edge that we have here. So I want my bumps, it's the opposite side of a postage edge or a ticket tear, and I want my bumps out. I'm just going to tie this little tag right to it. You don't have to. You can tie a bow on your tag and stick it on. I have a problem that if I've got a tag or a ribbon or something and it's got to have somewhere to logically tie on. It's totally me. It's a Marisa thing. You are more than welcome to just tie a little bow and stick your tag on with a glue dot. But mine ties right to that border there. And we want a bitty little bow because we have a bitty little tag. So hold the center, pull the tails, and then pull both loops at the same time until you got a bitty little bow. Oh, did you see that? I just untied my little bow when I was cutting the tails. Let's see if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it that small. Ooh, I hate live video. Oh, Dolores, Dolores says that she'd love to stamp with me and maybe we could go live face-to-face one time or for one of the classes. I absolutely love, one of my favorite things in the whole world is Facebook Video Messenger. I use it for my team. I'm going to tie this while we chat since we're chit-chatting. I use it for my team, and you can get multiple people all in at once and you video chat face-to-face, and we do our projects for team meetings and stuff, and we just chat things. And sometimes my friend Christine and I spent Saturday, we were both working on being creative, and we spent the day in and out of Facebook Messenger. I would love to do it. It keeps me on task too to have somebody to stamp with. So let's make an arrangement. I would love to see your face. We talk a lot on Facebook. It would be fun to see you face to face. So let's make an arrangement. Anybody else who likes to stamp via video messenger, let's do it sometime. I spend a lot of time stamping, but it means sometimes I spend that time alone. So I'm down for it. I also do project kits because I buy kits and then put them in the closet on the shelf and never get them done. So I've decided to have a kit social. So when I do coffee and a card, which is the second Wednesday and the fourth Wednesday of the month, I think. I need a schedule in front of me. The first one of the coffee and a cards, whichever one that is, whichever Wednesday that is, we also added a kit in, and we do the kit together so that I get the kit done. But I always offer people who aren't local, if they want to buy the kit with the host code, they can join us by Facebook Messenger to put the kit together. Because there's something about scrapping or stamping and doing paper crafts with other people, right? All right, so there's our little tag. I got it tied on because it has to be tied to something because that's how I am. And we're gonna get some snail here. So I'm gonna take my snail and put some on the back of our little brick wall piece. And center that. Oh, I should show you. Do you notice how I didn't take the snail all the way to the edge here? Because we're gonna butt that little piece of decorative edge, right? We're gonna just slide it just under the very edge of this white piece. So don't glue all the way to the edge. You won't be able to tuck your little decorative piece in. So before we do that though, let's grab our Have a Wonderful Adventure from the brand new Sea of Textures. I can't wait to play with this. I don't know about doing it this holiday weekend though, but soon. Memento Tuxedo Black for our greeting. And I'm gonna make sure I have it right side up. And we're gonna stamp that guy in the upper left corner. Judy says tags are fun to make. I know, and they're the best little embellishment. I love it. How do you talk to each other through Messenger? Gina, what are you doing right after this? Are you busy right after this? I know it's a holiday weekend. I don't want to make any assumptions, or if you're at work or whatever. If you're not busy, I'll ring you up and we'll say hello. I won't keep you long because it's a holiday weekend, but I'll show you. All right, so I got some multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to put a bit on my embellishment and slide it right up against this panel here. Tuck it in. Love it. It's the little details that make me so happy. Oh my gosh, I love that tag so much. And because I'm rigid and uptight sometimes, I want my tag to stay exactly where I like it best, which is kind of at an angle right there. So I threw a little mini dimensional behind it. All right, I've got my little bike frame here, and I'm gonna add a drop of glue here and one here. And then I'm gonna bring my little wheels in and cover the center of the spokes there where we put that little dot of glue. So there's our bike. Such a cutie. And now our little bracket for our puppy. And the tiniest little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue, but don't go all the way up to the top because that actually hangs over the wheel and you'll end up with a gluey mess if you put it here. Gina's at the office and leaving at 1 p.m. Awesome. We'll talk on your cell phone after that, Central Time. Oh, you and me will video message. All right, then my little puppy. I tend to run just a little bit of glue here. Did you see? And put my dog right on the bracket. Give that a second to firm up. And while that's firming up, I'm going to get my mini glue dots, or my mini dimensionals. And now I'll start adding them here and there on the back of this. So I put my bike entirely together and then add the dimensionals. You want to use, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them because there's lots of different areas that you want to support. So I've got one on the dog, one on each wheel, and a couple on the bike frame there. We're almost done. There's quite a few pieces. You got to do some stamping and die cutting, but it's a pretty simple card altogether and fast to make. I'll just pop this little dude on there. There it is. Have a wonderful adventure. Well, I hope that your holiday weekend is full of wonderful adventures. If you've got any questions about the project, about the Stampin' Up! Bundles that are unbundling, the discounts that are going, I hate when I know that there was a bundle discount and then I end up buying the products anyway out of the next catalog. So if you like any of the products with a bundle discount, place your order before June 1st and save some money. If you've got questions or if you need some help with anything Stampin' Up!, email me, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Gina, I will talk to you soon. We love that scallop green edge. What a nice touch. It is. It's the little things, right? I always say the details form the whole. And that's it. The whole thing is so influenced by those tiny little details. All right, guys. I'm going to get off to getting my holiday weekend on. I've got graduate home from school. Her last day was yesterday, my junior high child. And I'm going to go spend a little bit of time with her today. And this weekend, we'll see. I might do a lot of craft therapy. I need it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending some of your holiday weekend with me. Dolores is going to stamp this weekend making graduation cards. Oh gosh, I know. I have so many graduates this year. A couple of graduation parties to go to, one to throw for my kids. Thank you for the hearts. I see lots of hearts. You guys are the best. All right, reach out if there's anything I can do for you. Get those bundles before they unbundle. Kitchen table stamper customers, your catalogs are coming, or come by on the 5th and get them. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. See you soon.